Howdy, I'm here with Kyle. Is it Kyle?
Yep,
Kyle?
that's Kyle.
This is our first meeting, our first show together. The anime podcast. What's going on, Kyle? How are you doing? What's going on, dude?
Not much. Just working. I haven't been working a whole lot because I didn't have a job for the longest time. Now I'm tuckered out.
I understand, man. I understand. So how's that anime life treating you?
Anime life is good so far. I mean, I'm catching up on One Piece, and One Piece is really interesting, and it's very, very good.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, because every time I check a website, One Piece is, if not always at the top of the anime. So my question to you is, for somebody who has not they aren't caught up on One Piece, because I am about 500 episodes behind. Is it worth me binge watching and catching up to the latest point? I know I can't do it in one sit down, but I mean, is it worth catching up?
Sit down.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I would highly recommend it, because it's like, I'm actually someone that started all the way from the beginning, and for the people that started watching it and they decided, oh, well, it's not for me, anime's not for me, well, try it one more time for the sake of the show, because I laugh every single episode, and I get close. I almost cry almost every episode that has an emotional moment, and the characters to especially look for the humor is Luffy, the main character, Usopp. He's a big, big liar, for the people that don't know. Never listen to him, but he's got a huge heart. Like, he keeps calling himself Captain Usopp, and then he'll be degraded in some way from someone else. But I do highly recommend this show, because you have a whole bunch of laughs, and whenever it gets serious, and you'll be so into that moment, and by the time that you're into the episode, it's like, wait, don't go, stop, continue, please. And you're trying to grasp onto the TV saying, don't leave me here.
Now, I heard they messed around with the art style a little bit, because from what I've seen, like, the first episode looks drastically different from a couple of these later episodes. How did they change that? Because it looks so much better now. Because back in the day, it looked like, whew, man, the struggle, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, why do I want to watch One Piece when it looks like that? You know? I was like, I don't know.
I think it might be the whole thing of it, like, as time goes forward, like, it even, same thing with Bleach. I mean, the graphics for that was absolutely terrible when they first started out, but now it's, like, crisp. It's so, like, you can tell the huge difference between the third movie of Bleach or Hellverse compared to when they first started out, and it's more high definition, I would have to say, compared to, and I think it might be because of time, and they've had time to get those tools and the equipment that they needed to get that to be more crisp. And I'm actually starting to notice it now, like, compared to when they first started out, and it's there's a lot less pixelation in the episodes.
Man, back in the day, this was like about a year ago. I tried actually just kind of diving into at least the first couple episodes of One Piece, and I'm like, man, this is really good, but the art style is like you're watching something from the 90s. It was, good God. I was like, oh man, it's good. I'm like, the plot's good, the main character's awesome, everything's good. It's just tough to watch because of the way it looks. And I know it gets better. I'm not sure at what season or at what point. I'm pretty sure you know much more about that than I do, but I know the art style gets better as the seasons progress. So that's a good thing for anybody trying to watch it, but it's tough at first, man.
Oh yeah, it's very tough. Like, it took me a while. It probably, all right, between episodes 62, about around episode 62, they start getting better.
Oh, okay.
So for those that are trying to keep up as much as possible, but yeah, around episode 62, around almost to 136. I mean, that's a huge jump. That's almost double, but that's still. I mean, and also for people that use Crunchyroll, be warned, and do not get mad at Crunchyroll. They have two different seasons, or they have two different versions of One Piece. They have the regular, and then they have the HD. I tried going through all of One Piece of one season, but then it went to episode 1 again. I'm like, huh?
Oh,
this can't be right.
That's what that is.
So then it would go back all the way to the beginning again. Well, that's because, and I'm just now reading it, now available exclusively for premium members, One Piece Special Edition HD. So be warned to all Crunchyrollers that do not be mad at Crunchyroll. That's just giving you a better video quality there. But so far of what I'm seeing, they've only got it to episode 206. They don't have it for Water 7, Thriller Bark, Summit War, Fisherman Island, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I'm looking on Crunchyroll right now. One Piece on Crunchyroll is sitting at about altogether 926 videos for some strange reason.
That's probably because most of those are duplicates.
Okay, yeah, I see it now. I do see the episode 206. Yep. Wow. Oh my god. Look at the difference in the HD. Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty dramatic.
That is crazy. One Piece HD looks so good. That's a huge improvement.
This is probably their remastered type thing going on here. Like with say Aladdin Vault Edition versus the VHS version, totally different. So, yeah, that's for those that want to have your crispness in your videos. Go with the HD. If you have premium Crunchyroll, go for it. But and really, honestly, Crunchyroll isn't that much per month. It's like $6 or $7 a month.
Yeah,
so about the same price as Netflix.
Yeah, that much a month. It's not bad at all. I mainly do it for the anime that I can't find, like online in a certain amount of time. Because I know with Crunchyroll, if you're a premium member, the episodes that come out, you are able to watch like the latest episodes before basically anybody else. It's normally literally 1 hour after it gets released from Japan. It's so awesome.
Yes, it is.
It's so awesome, dude. I love Crunchyroll. Absolutely love Crunchyroll. But if you don't have Crunchyroll, you can still watch the latest episodes. But it's what, a week? Is it a week later, or is it? How does that work? The latest episodes.
Well, I think it's a matter of I think it might be a week or so because if it has a crown in the bottom left corner, no, not bottom left, bottom right corner, then that's for the premium members. But if it doesn't have the crown on it, then you can watch it. But whenever I didn't have Crunchyroll Premium, someone let me borrow their premium for the longest time, and I said, you know what? Eventually, they're going to stop using this, and if something happens like that, then I'm going to be screwed.
Right. So
then I ended up asking my financial advisor, aka mom, and she said, "Yeah, sure, go for it." And at the time, I had a job, and I was able to pay for it. But fortunately, again, it's not that expensive to have that premium membership.
It's not at all. This Hulu actually updated their anime. I want to say their anime roster, if you'd like to call it that, and Hulu actually has a lot of anime. But beware, some anime on Hulu isn't subbed when you watch it. The reason being, I forgot what I think I was watching One Punch Man, and there was a company that either developed or published One Punch Man. I don't know. It was on Hulu in Japanese, but there was no subtitles, and I was like, "What is going on?" Yeah, I got frustrated. I ended up going to a website called Anime Mobile and watching One Punch Man. Have you seen One Punch Man?
I have not, but I will add that to my list of animes of which I need to see.
Okay.
The
One
list
Punch
keeps
Man,
getting bigger.
absolutely ridiculous. This is a superhero who basically he takes out villains in one punch, and it is awesome. It is awesome. I love One Punch Man. I just decided to watch it one day. It's crazy. There's tons of action. It's hilarious. It's not your there's no romantic, ecchi type of deal going on there, because that stuff just gets on my nerves from time to time. Like
it would get on my nerves a lot.
Yeah, I'll be sitting there and I'm like, oh, this is really good action, and then there's just a bath scene,
and then boom.
I'm like, oh my gosh, cut it off. I'm like, I'm done. I have to tell my friend, I'm like, I would watch it, but there's just a lot of ecchi stuff going on, and I don't.
Not enough action.
Yeah, I don't deal with that, but yeah. So One Punch Man is really good, and it's just bouncing. If you're bouncing from Hulu to Crunchyroll, I won't even mention Netflix, because Netflix is
they're terrible.
It's for anime. It's the last. It's the last on my list for anime. I was using Netflix at a time when I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, "Oh, Netflix has got great anime selection." And then, I dove into the internet, and I was like, "Why am I subscribed to Netflix?" Honestly,
exactly.
Honestly,
I mean, with Netflix, with Bleach and Netflix. All right, my friends, they only use Netflix, and I told them get Crunchyroll, and they said, "Well, do they have dubbed?" And I said, "No." So that's what's preventing them. I think if Crunchyroll gets dubbed versions of every single anime that they have, they would do so much better.
Yeah,
like they're.
But see, that's the thing with Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll is like coming straight from Japan. Like, it's like exclusive anime that you can't really get anywhere else, and it updates like that. Like, as soon as an episode comes out, an hour later, you have it. Like, who doesn't love that if you like subbed? Quickly, are you dubbed or subbed, or it just doesn't matter with you?
Honestly, it doesn't matter anymore, but I do prefer dubbed over subbed, because in that way, if I'm texting this love interest of mine,
Mm-hmm.
say I'm texting her, and my attention is averted to her, and then I'm still watching my anime, but I don't see what they're saying. I'd rather hear what they're saying and still get a good laugh, so I could be interrupted in the middle of a laugh, or in the middle of a text, and go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened!" And then, but it's also, I liked subbed too, because the authenticity of it, and I'm a huge fan of Japan culture. And if I had the money to do it, I would go to Japan, see all these anime conventions that they have, cosplay as much as possible as either Sanji or Mystigan from Fairy Tail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But, well, probably not Mystigan, because he wears a hood and it'd look kind of suspicious. But, American attacking Japan, no. But, back to the dubbed or sub, but I do prefer dubbed, but I've gotten used to reading the subtitles from Crunchyroll. But as my opinion, if Crunchyroll did get the dubbed versions of all the episodes that they have, then I think they do a lot better. But I think that would waste a lot of time on their part, because, or at least stop production as far as uploading anime, because in that way, because while they're trying to get the dubbed episodes and recording that, they're not going to be able to go back to Japan or come back to the Japan representatives at Crunchyroll and say, "Hey, we need your episodes." So,
right. I will say this about Netflix and the dub sub. Netflix is really good with dub, so yeah, I can understand why your friends would prefer having their anime dubbed. But here's the thing: Netflix is terrible about adding anime to their list. Terrible.
Yeah,
absolutely awful. A series could already be done and over with, and Netflix will just be getting to the first episode of it. It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
that's
I'm on Netflix right now, so I'll go over some of the anime that's on here, and I'll let you know if it's watch worthy or not. We'll go
well.
over it.
I know they got Fairy Tail because that's actually how I found out about Fairy Tail.
Oh, okay.
But they've only got 48 episodes.
Yeah, trash. It's like, oh, you have 40 episodes? Wow, that series is really short. No. It's like,
that's what I thought about Soul Eater too. It's like they have Soul Eater, but it stopped. And I tried looking for more episodes, but unfortunately, they did not have any more episodes overall. So I'm like, oh, I want to know what happens.
So they have.
But,
they just added. They added Persona 3, the movie number 2. I heard Persona was actually a really good series, but let me go over. They have Sword Art Online. Let me.
They've
check
got
the audio
Sword Art Online, the first one, second one, and the third one.
Yeah, and Sword Art is so good. Ugh.
Yes.
Sword Art is
I do agree.
excellent. They have Hunter x Hunter, Fullmetal Alchemist, The Brotherhood, Gurren Lagann, Freezing, Samurai Champloo, which is one of my favorites. Samurai Champloo is so good. If you're into the samurai, style of anime. The thing about Samurai Champloo is that they don't have superpowers, which is cool. Yes, they're samurai, but they don't have superpowers whatsoever. It's just mainly skill based, and it's wow. That had to be one of the animes that really just
skyrocketed.
Yeah, it really drew me into the I want to say the much more gorier side of anime, because I like mature anime, not ecchi, but things like, oh, you see people getting blown up and stuff like that, and I'm just like, man, that's crazy. But more mature anime for me. So Samurai Champloo is definitely on that list. Have you seen Eureka 7? Eureka 7's also on Netflix.
I wanted to watch it. I wanted to get into that, but I didn't because One Piece was calling my name. It's like, watch me. I'm like, okay.
I've seen a little bit of Eureka 7, and from what I've seen, it's not bad. And this is just, it's not bad. I haven't completed it yet, so I have to withhold judgment. But so far, it's not bad. Kill la Kill. Some form of Ghost in the Shell. It's called Ghost Whisper. She looks like the lady from Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell. Okay, Ghost Whispers. All right. Inuyasha.
Yeah, they got that.
Don't even get me started.
By chance, do they have Fate Stay Night? Because
yes,
that was That is a very good one.
Fate Stay. Hold on, let me double check. I saw Fate. The Unlimited Blade Works is. All right, we're gonna have to really talk about the Fate Stay series because they got Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, and let me check to see if Fate Stay Night is, and it's dubbed.
Yes.
Oh, it's dubbed.
I started. The same friend that was using Netflix for anime, which I'm against completely because of the shortage amount. The amount of episodes that they have is absolutely ridiculously low. But and I even said, hey, download Crunchyroll onto your PlayStation if you ever want to get into the sub version of any anime because you want to keep watching it. Let me know. You can sign into my Crunchyroll. I'll give you the information, and you can have my premium, and you don't have to worry about commercials. I said, okay. But he was actually the one that said, hey, there's this anime that I think you really like because I'm into the personality quizzes to see who I am and all this, that, and the other. And he says, there's one character in this anime that made me think of you, solely you. Like, oh my god, that's Kyle. And so I watched it, and I agreed with them 100%. It's like, oh, that is me. How did they capture my soul so easily? But, and for the people that watch that show, I am Archer. And people are like, wait, he fights. And I say, yeah, if I was in a situation that I'd fight, of like say in the medieval times and all that, where weapons were allowed, I would most certainly go with either a bow and arrow, or go with 2 short swords and dual wield them. And people, they just look at me like, you're just weird. I'm like, no, you don't know anime. Walk away. So, Fate Stay Night is most certainly a very good anime, and the graphics, oh my lord.
Yeah.
Those are amazing.
Fate Stay Night is an anime based on they based it on the Holy Grail War. So what you do is you have, I do believe it's 7 masters and 7 servants. So the 7 masters and the 7 servants fight for the Holy Grail, basically the Holy Grail War. But anyways, they fight for the Holy Grail War. And in the first iteration of the series, the Fate Zero, the Grail basically supposedly grants a user any wish, or any servant any wish. Whoever wins, it'll grant your wish or your most innermost, deepest desire. That's how it works. But there's a twist on it, which I won't say. I won't say, but there's a twist on it when it transitions over to the Fate Stay Night series. And the thing is, there's a Fate Stay Night, and then there's Unlimited Blade Works. Am I right? Because there's like 2 iterations of them. The first one's god awful. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. The first iteration of the Unlimited Blade Works is terrible. I tried watching it. I nearly committed suicide. It was terrible. I hated it. I was like, dude, because my friend suggested it to me. I'm like, why do you have me watching this anime? I loved Fate Zero, but this Fate Stay Night is awful. And then he's like, no, you're watching the wrong one. You have to watch Unlimited Blade Works. I'm like, okay, I'll trust you on this. Oh my god! Unlimited Blade Works! Oh my god, it's amazing. I fangirled so hard, so many times. It's so good. It is so good. Kyle, did you finish it?
I've actually got 1, 2. I'm on episode 19. I just started episode 19. I got until 25, so I got.
Okay, we're gonna. All right, I'm gonna look it up real quick because there's something I want to talk to you about that just bothers me, and we're gonna discuss this right here now before this podcast is over. All right, Fate. You are on Fate Stay Night, episode 19. Unlimited Blade Works. More episodes. Okay. Yeah. I'm going down. I'm scrolling. Episode 8, episode 9. Oh, we gotta talk about that. Okay, so when their teacher got into a fight with Saber, do you remember that?
Yeah,
dude,
I do remember that.
Dude, okay. Spoiler alert. We're just gonna go ahead and say it. Spoiler alert. So for the next, we'll say 2 to 5 minutes, just tone the volume down. We'll let you know when it's over. We have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Dude, Saber got destroyed.
I know, right? Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a stamp of saying "pwn" right on the
Saber
forehead.
got
that
destroyed.
Surprised me, though.
I was not expecting that at all. He was like, "Yeah, I'm the type that relishes in like full frontal combat," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I fight on the front lines and this and that." I'm like, "Oh my god, Saber." I thought she died, and then I remembered. I'm like, oh, wait. But
she can't die unless her servant or her master dies.
It's just the way he dismantled her. I mean, my God.
That amount of power within one human being in that world is insane.
Yes.
You can't... That's physically impossible. They would literally rip you apart.
I'm like, how? To a servant? To Saber? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and say this. Okay, in the first, in Fate Zero, Saber was the servant who basically used her noble phantasm on the Holy Grail, right before Gilgamesh could get his hands on it. You remember that? She used her noble phantasm to destroy the Holy Grail, and then it spilled out and spilled forth all over the place and everything. So yeah, she was the servant that did that. Now in Fate Unlimited Blade Works, Saber came across this master who was who Castor was his servant. Yes, was it Castor?
Yes,
okay,
it was
Castor. And so they try to set up the Castor and her master, basically. So it was Saber, Saber's master, Archer, right? Or was Archer not there? I don't think
it was Archer, and then his master, and then Lancer came around.
They get into a fight with Castor and her master, and things got ugly real fast.
Yes, they did.
I did forget his name. Shame on me. I forgot his name. He was their teacher, though. He was a teacher at their school that they were attending. And, he pretty much was in the background just chilling the whole time. And then they were like, we got to find out who Castor's, master is and this and that. It just so happened to be him. And he specialized in basically some type of warfare where he had to be out on the front lines going up against people who wielded high magic, and he learned the art of combat, and he was extremely deadly. I mean, he got into a fight with Saber, and I'm like, oh, Saber's gonna completely just demolish this man, and then I was dead wrong.
Tables were turned
very, very quickly.
And I've got the description. Episode number 10, the fifth contractor. Rin suspects Kazuki might be the master of Castor. With the help of a hesitant Shiryu, she implements a dangerous plan in a remote location to test out her theory. And she was right.
Yeah, I remember that episode because they lure him and Castor. They lure him and Castor to that location, and then they set this big plan up to try to take them both down. But that did not end up happening, and they nearly got taken out in the process. It involved Shiro using his tracer ability, I believe it's called.
Trace on. He says trace on.
He used his trace ability and basically fended off the teacher. I forgot his name, but he fended off the teacher for a good amount of time, which gave him enough time to kind of escape and recover. Because the teacher didn't want to draw out that fight, and Castor and him just kind of left, and then they left too. But that was an amazing episode. I mean,
well, I think what really made them get caught off guard was the fact that the guy that was I think he's becoming more of a main character now. Like, he gradually made his way in, but what surprised them the most, or caught them off guard, was the fact that his traits on ability, that he could copy a different weapon, and the fact that it was Archer's sword.
Yeah, that really
shocked them even more.
I mean, it took a toll on him like no other, but it was phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, that's what happens when you use too much magic.
It was absolutely phenomenal.
But later in that series, though, I literally cried so hard, and especially whenever I found out it was episode 15, because 15 is my lucky number. I was born September 15th. My dad was born April 15th, so it's kind of our thing. Episode 15 of this series made me cry because I found out Hercules, or Berserker, his backstory.
Oh, yes. With the homunculi. I cannot remember her name, but she has white hair, red eyes. Yeah, I remember that.
Dude.
Oh, man.
I was... that just broke my heart. And the fact it was Hercules, I'm like, you're a god. You're a god. Get away. But
alright. The thing I like about the Fate series is that they draw from mythological lore, and they incorporate it into their anime, which is really awesome. They have this character by the name of Gilgamesh, who is, in mythology, he's the king of Uruk, and he's like the richest, most wealthiest king, but he goes on, basically he goes on, I don't want to say this, he goes on a journey, basically he seeks out immortality, and that was part of his discovery and his downfall at the same time, because no man is immortal. So what he had to do was he had to come up with a way to establish himself, to make sure that people wouldn't forget him over the ages. And so they kind of bring that the character of Gilgamesh over into Fate Stay, and it is Gilgamesh. Oh man, oh, in Fate Zero. Oh man, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's one of those moments like speechless. I don't know what
in
else
Fate
to
Zero.
say.
He's unstoppable. He's just unstoppable. You can't. There was literally nothing anybody could do with him. I mean,
Not even Hercules, not even Berserker could do anything.
There was nothing. When he fought Alexander the Great, which is another character. In the Fate Zero series, and Alexander got destroyed. Alexander had a noble phantasm to where he basically creates this time space to where he summons like this huge army, like his army from all of his fights, like everything that he's been through, like everybody, like that is his noble phantasm, and he attacks with everything that he has. And Gilgamesh just pretty much said, "Oh yeah," and just ended his life. It was crazy.
That's actually kind of scary because it's like you're trying the best that you possibly can. You're putting your best foot forward, and then poof,
yeah, and Gilgamesh knew it too. He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna die, putty. There's just nothing you can do.
Not today."
I won't say anything though because you will get to see more of Gilgamesh at the end of Unlimited Blade Works, and you're gonna love it.
I think that's the one I'm watching now because it says Fate Stay Night, and then underneath it, in parentheses, it says Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah, Unlimited Blade Works is definitely the one you guys want to check out. Not the one before is just Fate Stay Night, and it doesn't say anything after that. And that's terrible. It has to be Unlimited Blade Works. That's the one you guys want to check out. It's
I think it's.
Oh, dude.
I think for you saying that it's a really bad one, for some people out there, they're saying, well, that's only your opinion. Well, I can second this opinion because I actually looked it up on the internet to find out which one I was supposed to watch, and there were so many reviews. I'm not kidding by this. There was probably about 15 reviews in a row that said the one before it sucks. Don't watch it. Just watch Unlimited Blade Works.
Awful.
So if you have reviews on the internet from a different website altogether that are saying don't watch the first one, just watch the second one, abide by that.
Awful. Because I actually did. I tried to sit there and power through Fate Stay Night, the original Fate Stay Night. Fate Zero was epic. Loved it. Loved Fate Zero from beginning to end. It was absolutely amazing. I'm like, cool. They're coming out with another season. Let's check it out. Fate Stay Night. Been out for a while. I'm like, okay, let me watch this. What am I watching? The main character is awful. I hate him. What's his name? He's stupid. I can't stand this. My friend's like, dude, you have to watch Unlimited Blade Works. Don't watch that one. I'm like, okay. Love it. Unlimited Blade Works. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So, yeah, just, you got to be careful because they'll do that. They'll just try to, if an anime is not doing so well, they might try to rehash it or, refine it, make it better or something. But it's just, Fate Stay Night was so terrible. It was so terrible.
There was actually a manga and an anime now, but there was a author that was trying to get her anime out there, and it was about 5 men that were trying to change themselves so then that way they can attract beautiful business women, and they would go shoot, like, it made it look, I'm not trying to make her look bad, but she kind of did it herself in her manga, but she made all 5 men change in a way to where it would pretty much demean them, it would suppress them all. And they were trying so hard to get these women, and they're not able to do it, so they keep trying. And I never heard of this manga before, so I don't know what it's really about, but I just read a summary about it, and for the people that actually read it, they're like, stop. This is terrible. Just stop. I hate it. It makes the men look like they're weak, and this, that, the other, and because it's Japan, it's not their culture to be doing that. like for a man to chase after a woman, or a woman and the woman want to propose to the man type deal. So at least that's the last time I checked, at least. But I need to catch up on that culture stuff. But anyway, so then I just thought, right then and there, I thought, man, that has to ruin the artist and the author. I mean, they put their whole life into this, and then someone says it's bad, get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, they really, like, these people really do work hard on the manga and the anime. Like, they work really hard.
It's literally their life. Mm-hmm. Like, they're working for their life for this. Okay, that made it sound like a slavery thing. They are making a living out of this.
I mean, when you have success, though, the payoffs are, immense. It's just we'll take a look at a classic, Dragon Ball Z. I bet you Akira Toriyama is still getting dividends off of everything that he's done. I mean, they're still coming out with games and just I believe it was this past week they released a Dragon Ball Z game on the 3DS called Extreme Bukkuden something. But anyways, that game was developed by Arc System Works, and they are the people responsible for working on the Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue series. Now, I was like, okay, if they're working on a Dragon Ball Z game for the 3DS, then I don't think it won't be terrible. I think it'll actually be really good. So I haven't tried it yet. Hopefully there's a demo. God, I haven't turned on my 3DS in a long time, but hopefully there's a demo.
I don't even have a 3DS.
I have to have one simply for the fact that I don't have a Nintendo home console in my apartment. It's just mainly PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and 3DS. So I try to, stick out with Nintendo, like, for the time being. But, they have Nintendo has great handhelds, though. Not to deviate something from the subject.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Anyways, great handhelds for Nintendo. But, like I was saying, if you're an artist and, your anime or your manga becomes a success, then just take a look at, Dragon Ball Z. I bet you he's still getting paid. You can even say Naruto, because Naruto, manga-wise, it just finished. But the anime is still ongoing. And they're still coming out with video games for Naruto. What's the name of the game? The Naruto fighting game?
It's Ultimate Ninja Storm, and they would have Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, and I actually, shame on me, but I love their games. For the PlayStation 3, I forgot the name of it, but I haven't opened that one up in forever, because the person that said that he'd give me his PlayStation 3, he didn't, so. But fortunately, I found a 360 game that was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, and it was Revolution. Was the name of it.
They come out with one every year, but man, it's just, things like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z. The longevity of this series also is what really helps them. Yes, Naruto has a lot of fillers, but Naruto, the manga, has been around since I was in high school. It just finished.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. Like, it's over, and I just finished reading Naruto. I'm like, man, this series took a long time. Yes,
5 years, right?
A very long time to finish. But I'm pretty sure for the creator of it, it was worth it, because now it's basically a household name, kind of like Dragon Ball Z. It's just one of those things that that's a success, and that's a huge hit. So it's Naruto. I'm hoping they do something with Bleach as well, but we'll see.
I haven't really heard too much about Bleach. Like, it kind of dwindled out, like, from as far as popularity, because I'm looking at, like, I would look at the most popular shows on Crunchyroll, like what they say, and the top 5 is Naruto Shippuden, obviously. Anti-Magic.
Really? Anti-Magic Academy? I'm watching that right now. It's okay.
That's second.
It's okay.
Lance and Masks. Fourth is Beautiful Bones, and fifth is the Asterisk.
I would change that word. I can't even say that word. I would change that order. All right, I'll give you my top 5 list right now. All right. So this is just from what I am currently watching. So I will give you Chivalry of a Failed Knight. That's on Hulu. It's not on Crunchyroll. I'll give you the Asterisk War. It is really good, dude. The Asterisk War is really good. I know for a lot of the I tried to get my friend to watch this, but he wouldn't because of what happened in the previous series. But Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans is not bad. Not bad at all. Then I would give you Anti-Magic Academy, the 35th Test Platoon. And then I would either give you, I can't pronounce it, but its under description is entitled The False Faces, or the one that you mentioned. I can't remember which one it was, but it was sitting at like the last one on your list. Strange. Yeah, Beautiful Bones.
Beautiful Bones and Lansom.
Either Beautiful Bones or False Faces, and those are my top 5 right now that I'm watching. Of course, these came out the last new anime season that dropped, but God Eater, I finished that.
Yeah, that's ranked numbers. Hold on, 12.
Wow. Prison School, hilarious, dude. Prison School, School Live. There's one called Charlotte that was. You have to watch Charlotte. You have to watch Charlotte.
Okay,
it's on Crunchyroll.
I'll add that to my list.
You have to watch it. It will make you cry, dude. Charlotte.
Oh,
it's good. It's got action. Charlotte is funny, but in the serious moments, Charlotte gets serious, dude. Like, it messed with my mind so much. It is so good, and it's 13 episodes long. It's
really hard for me to cry for an anime series. Like, it really is. Like, out of all of the anime that I've seen, there's only been. Okay, I got to count here. Okay, out of all the anime series that I've seen, which is really not that much, but probably about a handful, so like 10 or 15, but compared to the millions that are out there. The only anime series that have really made me cry was Fairy Tail, Full Metal Alchemist, Naruto, and where'd you go?
Okay.
One Piece. Those are the only ones that made me cry.
For tearjerker. With Charlotte, dude. I'm warning you now. I am warning you now, because I nearly lost it, dude. Charlotte, I nearly lost it. I was like, oh my god, no, oh my god, Charlotte. But it has a great ending. The plot's excellent. You're gonna love the plot. The plot is excellent. There's tons of humor, tons of action too. I was surprised, and then in the serious moments, it's heavy. Charlotte hits hard. That's what I like about it. Yeah, it hits hard. I was shocked, dude. That Charlotte really surprised me, because it's deceptive. You look at it and you're like, oh, it looked like it's gonna be a little cutesy funsy anime, but I'm telling you, man, it's total opposite from the way it looks, dude. It's deceptive. That's what really caught me off guard, because you see the profile pic of the anime, and then you read the description. And you look at it and you just think to yourself, oh, wow, this is cute. Maybe it'll be, just funny. Little action here and there. Nothing too serious, but Charlotte just, punched me in the gut and kicked me in the nads and, tossed me on the ground. And I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God, so good. Oh, my God. Charlotte abused me. I couldn't wait to get home and watch Charlotte, dude. I was just ready for the next episode, and it's only 13 episodes long, so you could actually just sit down and blow right through it, especially with no commercial breaks. Each episode will span at about 26 minutes long or something like that. 20.
Wow, no, that's not very long at all.
You can literally sit there and just blow right through it, and still have a good half of the day to yourself. So Charlotte's good, man. It's good.
For anime viewers out there, for the people that are just now getting into anime, if you have an episode that's 20 minutes long, that's a short episode. That's a very short episode. An average length for an episode's about 30 minutes, 35.
But now, since there are no commercial breaks, you're literally just getting the anime and you're done. That's what I love about Crunchyroll. You don't have to sit there, go through like a huge moment in the anime, and it's like, oh, commercial break. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Because you'll get that with Hulu. Like Hulu, something will happen and commercial break. I'm like, oh,
Hulu,
my gosh.
Crunchyroll, Netflix. Well, not Netflix, but there was also on the very first Your Anime Needs episode that I've done. One of the websites that I recommended was Watch Anime Online or Watch
I
Cartoons
love
Online.
that website, man. I love that website.
I hated it after a while because I couldn't, because of all the pop-up ads that kept coming up. It's like, I've had enough of it.
Problem with that.
So, but one thing that I did whenever I was watching, I was solely on Bleach, pun not intended. I was watching it on YouTube, and there was someone that had all of these episodes that were ordered exactly by season by season.
Oh,
like in their albums, it said season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4. I'm like, and they had up to like 30 seasons. I'm like, dang. Well, I know where I'm going to go to for Bleach. Well, shortly after, they were all taken down because they were illegally put on.
Yeah, they're really cracking down on that too. Just beware if you guys try to post like anything anime, related onto YouTube, I can guarantee you it's probably going to get taken down because of violations.
They are going to crack down hard because they even got it on the news for Crunchyroll. There was actually someone that put up Dragon Ball Z. No, it was Pokemon. It was Pokemon episodes online that he wasn't supposed to upload, and people could download this at any leisurely and not pay for a penny. And so Crunchyroll said, no, you're not going to do that. So then they had the web police actually fine him considerably. And it's not cheap, people. It's not worth it. Don't do it. I mean, just go on to Crunchyroll official websites. Go to Crunchyroll or Hulu or whatever, Netflix, for crying out loud, for the people that just want dubbed and they just want to get into a certain series. But just don't do it.
And there are some websites that have
if you think it's wrong, don't
dubs.
do it.
You just got to be careful about where you go and just know where you go. Yeah.
Which is why I'm glad that we're doing this podcast thing, because then that way we can tell others, do this, don't do this, don't even go near that.
Also, if you are... let me see here. If you are using something called anime, this is what I used to watch for a while now. It was called Anime Taco. Anime... TAKO. The person who runs this website, basically, whatever is going on with them, they're having personal issues or whatever. So, they are shutting down Anime Taco. It's actually a really good website. It's legit. They updated everything super quick. I loved it, but due to unfortunate circumstances, they have to shut down. So, Anime Taco will be shut down. It's still up, but he's not updating anything, and that's how you can tell.
Yeah, I guess that would be a good way to put it.
So, yeah, that's, and I was just like, oh, man, but luckily for me, I have tons of other websites I can go to, and I'm subscribed, and that, so it's it's not bad. And, the top anime he had on here was Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan, One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, Kill la Kill, Sword Art, and the second season of Tokyo Ghoul. We're gonna have to talk about that on the next podcast. I'm highly upset with Tokyo Ghoul. But anyways, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna back up there for a second about you just said it. I can't.
Okay.
Sword Art Online, Alfheim. That ticked me off. Towards the end of that made me sick. Oh my gosh. For those that are going, what? What is he talking about? All right. An older man put a helpless girl in binds and was sexually harassing her. And he made Kirito, the main character, feel so helpless, and he literally had gravity against him, and he was being held down while this guy was doing this. And he kept going and going. It's like, Kirito, do something, please. Stop this. I was getting so mad. I actually almost turned off the console and said, screw it. I'm done. Fortunately, something good happened to where the enemy ended up turning down the sensitivity, I think it was, for like real world compared to gaming. And any slash that he made against Kirito in the game would hurt him in the real world. And he jacked it up all the way to 100% that it could actually kill him in the real world if he wasn't
Sword Art
careful.
got really serious at the end. That season of it.
Alfheim, at least. Yeah, Alfheim was a little warning tidbit to the people that are not like that.
But man,
like they
just
don't like
on a
seeing
side
that at all.
note, though, wouldn't that be awesome if video games were like Sword Art? Aside from to an extent, from the actual dying in a video game, dying in real life aspect of it. But I mean, that'd be so cool, though. Just like to have that on your head. I don't know about because everything connecting to your brain. I'm not fond of that, but hypothetically speaking, if we could do that today, how many people would be logged in right now playing?
Actually, you might actually be able to do that because they've already got the gaming to where they've got the thing in front of your eyes and you can see that virtual world. But all they have to do, honestly, is just get the harmless, very, very harmless lasers to be put around the entire dome of the helmet. They just put the helmet on, and it's just a matter of how do we get our brains to see a reality or see a virtual reality that isn't really there.
A game like Sword Art, because Sword Art, that is a massive MMORPG. Massive MMO. Everybody, all of Japan was playing that game. It's like everybody was playing that game.
Honestly, I think it would take the Xbox One, take all the gaming consoles servers that you have now, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. Take all those consoles, networks, put them together, and I don't think that would be enough alone for it to handle.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Something like that. You'd have to multiply that by 10 or so. And it would take forever just to develop all those little details, too. So
it'd be Kyle, do you know we have been podcasting for nearly an hour now?
Holy moly, I haven't podcasted. No, an hour and 15 minutes. No, not that long.
My timer says for about 53 minutes here. 53 minutes going on 54 minutes now. And how about that? We actually have a lot more to talk about, but we're gonna have to save it.
Yeah, we will have to save it and then do it for the next podcast.
Next go around. All right, do you have an anime or manga of the day, night, or hour that everybody should be watching at this very moment? Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is my top favorite. I'm even, whenever I get the money for it, get a tattoo on my left arm to symbolize Gajil's symbol. So, or to symbolize Gajil. But other than that, Fairy Tail is going to twist your minds, especially within the first episode. Within the first episode, there's so many funny things that they have, and I actually got myself so far into Fairy Tail to the point where it's a part of me now. I think everything Fairy Tail, what would Natsu do? What would Gajil do? Oh, I don't be careful about Gajil, but Natsu for sure.
Yeah. So,
heck, man.
I mean,
maybe even Lucy.
What would happen next? And it's just
okay.
Don't go for Lucy. Don't go for Lucy. We know exactly what she's gonna do if she wants something. And that even describes it within the first episode. But yeah, Fairy Tail for sure watch up on it, and you will not be disappointed whatsoever. And
I have one for you guys. It's one of the new ones that came out on this current anime season, and it's called the Asterisk War. It is so far muy bueno. The Asterisk War is very, very, very good. Basically, it's about a city that's built on water, and these different schools have a yearly competition, basically to see who will come out on top. So, within these schools, they select certain people, and they hold fighting events within each individual school to have a selection for the one person that will actually go to what is called the Phoenix Festa and basically fight for, domination over the other schools. It's actually really, really good. There's so much action. The plot was basically outlaid within the first episode, and it really builds upon itself. And there's only 5 episodes out right now. I'm watching it on Crunchyroll, but so far, I can't get enough of it. Can't wait for the next episode to drop. What's today? Friday? Saturday is when the next episode comes out on Crunchyroll, man. You guys got to get Crunchyroll. Tell them, Kyle. Get Crunchyroll.
Get Crunchyroll. And on top of that, with Crunchyroll, at the top bar, if you're using a computer, at the top bar where you have Siri just activated. I didn't say, hey, Siri. At the top bar, it has Crunchyroll, shows, manga, news, forums, store, all that. Oh, yeah, you can buy stuff from them. It's pretty cool. But other than that, farther, right next to their search bar, it says K, so you can add shows to that, and it will keep track of all of those shows at once. And it'll pick up exactly right where you left off. So you don't have to search all over again. But right next to that, it says random. I highly recommend this because if you don't know what anime to watch, click on that button and we'll give you an anime.
Also, if you are on
it's really cool.
Xbox One, when you go into the Crunchyroll app, you basically just connect this with your account, go into your laptop. It'll ask you to enter an activation code, and then you can stream from your Xbox One. But anyways, when you do have an anime that you want to see and that you want to say you want to finish it later, you just watched an episode, you'll click on that anime, and then it'll say seasons and episodes on the right. If you go over to the left on your Xbox One, it gives you the option to pin it to your home. And what this will do will this is just Xbox One stuff though. It'll pin it to your home on the current Xbox UI or the user interface. So right now, because the Xbox One's going to update the user interface in about a week or so it's going to change everything up. But for right now, you'll see your pins on the very far left hand side of your screen. So my pins are nothing but anime. It is crazy. Black Bullet, my team, romantic comedy, snafu, false faces, a certain scientific railgun, classroom crisis. The list, it goes on. I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, and 24? Yeah, 24. So I've got 24 anime pinned. These are really short though, so I'll watch one, unpin it, go to the next one, watch one, unpin it, and so I can just keep track of what I'm watching. So it helps, but that's just if you're on the Xbox One. And then of course you have to have Crunchyroll. I'm like, man, if you are a true anime diehard, you gotta have Crunchyroll. Yeah.
Crunchyroll is most certainly the way to go because, again, like we mentioned earlier, 1 hour, folks, 1 hour after it releases in Japan. And Japan is a day ahead of us.
And we get it 1 hour later. Isn't that awesome? I freaking love Crunchyroll. I love you, Crunchyroll.
Yeah. It's
not a paid sponsor.
Japan is our future.
Not a paid sponsor, but you should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we get paid for it, why not? But, yeah. Well, folks, keep watching anime. Please post questions if you have any questions or any requests about what we should talk about on our next podcast on our Your Anime Needs wall on Facebook. And to find that, it's Your Anime Needs. And I am at KyleWeekend1 for Twitter, capital K, capital W. And you can also find me on Facebook for Kyle Weekend, and next time I'm on Facebook, I'll change my profile picture back to Ichigo's holified form. That way you can find me. But yeah.
All
That's
right, and
my
you
links.
can find me on Twitter at
Chris, where do you
KN1G7IME. By the time you guys hear this, I will have finished my 12-hour stream of Black Ops. I'm gonna try and stream that tonight. So I got everything set up. I'm all hardwired. I'm ready. I'm good to go. You can also thanks, man. I got the Mountain Dews ready. You can also follow Your Anime Needs on Twitter at Your Anime Needs. I have that connected. Well, we have that connected to a couple of different other accounts. So that Twitter feed is constantly updating with the latest anime news. So it's really good, and you guys should check it out. I am Nighttime, your host, Kyle.
And I'm also your host, and we will keep you tuned in as much as possible. And I will keep reading the news as much as possible for the anime, and keep you also updated for the conventions for anime cons. And
all right, this has been Your Anime Needs. We're out.